guess I overestimated how concise I could be there in my first movie for handout 1.02. In this movie, I'd like to talk about modes and other scales. We'll have a third movie for harmonic sequences, since, boy, that takes a little effort to understand. I guess before getting started, though, with modes and scales, I just simply urge you to review the material included in the first movie about cadences, the Neapolitan and augmented sixth chords. I really want you to understand these chords and cadences. I want you to be able to identify them, I want you to be able to spell them. Of course, ultimately, I want you to be able to hear them, listen to them, and appreciate them. But that will take effort on your part and on mine. Well, a few words about modes and scales. Our major minor tonal system grew out of an earlier system of modes. Boy, writing about modes goes back in the history of music theory well over 1,000 years ago. An old, durable topic in the history of music theory. And as I say, our major minor tonal system grew out of an earlier system of modes. I like to categorize our modes thus. There are a couple of modes which resemble our major scale. There are a couple of modes which resemble our minor scale. First of all, the modes that resemble or are somewhat like the major scale. First of all, we have the Lydian mode, which is just like major scale, except it has a raised fourth scale degree. If you want to look at it this way, it has scale degree 4, which is one chromatic half step higher than diatonic scale degree 4. Let's take a standard theory C major scale. I'll take this one, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Let's take scale degree 4, F, raise it by one chromatic half step. Remember, chromatic half steps are written with the same letter name. So instead of F, raise it by one chromatic half step, you have F sharp. So C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C would be a Lydian scale or Lydian mode. Might want to take a moment and add a piano and just play that for yourself. Next, we have the Mixolydian mode, which is just like major, except instead of having a leading tone, it has a subtonic in it. Remember, a leading tone is always one diatonic half step below the tonic. Subtonic, on the other hand, is one whole step below tonic. So again, let's take standard theory C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And take the leading tone, B, and replace it with a B flat, because B flat lies one whole step below tonic, C. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C would be a Mixolydian scale or Mixolydian mode. Well, we have now modes that are somewhat like minor. First of all, your Dorian mode. It has in it the scale degree 6 that is found in the ascending form of the melodic minor. The raised scale degree 6 that is found in the ascending form of the melodic minor. So, let me give you C, natural minor to begin with. C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. And let's take the A natural that we would find in the melodic form ascending and use that instead. Therefore, your Dorian scale, your Dorian mode beginning on C would be spelled C, D, E flat, G, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, or A natural, B flat, C. I don't at all mind if you put that natural in there. Your Phrygian mode is just like natural minor, except it has scale degree 2 that lies one chromatic half step lower than diatonic scale degree 2. So again, let's give you C natural minor, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. Let's take scale degree 2, D, and lower it by one chromatic half step to D flat. So C Phrygian would be spelled C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. There's also a Locrian mode, which is exceedingly rare. We won't even really talk about that. If you want to hear what it sounds like, play from B to B on the white keys, and there you'll have a Locrian scale or Locrian mode. As for our other scales, your whole tone scale consists entirely of whole steps. An example would be C, D, E, F sharp, A flat, B flat, C. Notice that somewhere in the spelling of a whole tone scale, you will have to use a diminished third. If you don't use a diminished third, you'll wind up with something like this. C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C double sharp, D double sharp, and so on. It just gets ridiculous. You'll never wind up on tonic, the upper tonic, with the same note name that you began with. So at some point you're going to have to break the pattern and use a diminished third. In the case of C, D, E, F sharp, A flat, it's right there that I used the diminished third, F sharp to A flat. Your octatonic scale consists of alternating whole steps and half steps, or alternating half steps and whole steps. So an example of alternating whole steps and half steps would be C, D, E flat, F, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C. An example of an octatonic scale with alternating half steps and whole steps would be C, D flat, E natural, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C. Your pentatonic scale, well, perhaps the most common pentatonic scale consists of two major seconds followed by a minor third, followed by another major second, followed by another minor third. That pattern, incidentally, is found on the piano's black keys, beginning with the group of 3 black keys. If we were instead to begin on C, we would first have to give you a couple of major seconds, so C up to D, D up to E, then go up a minor third to G, go up a major second to A, then go up another minor third to C. So a couple words about modes and scales. You'll get some practice with this at the end of this